Yo, hello ladies and gentlemen. Shout out Billy Carson. Good afternoon, good night, good morning to whoever's watching this. Welcome to the weekly chart up. Watching some Billy Carson right now, some very interesting stuff right now, some sphere they found. Right, but we're gonna lower the volume real quick. We're gonna stay watching it. It's live. But we're gonna do our weekly chart up. So I did most of the weekly chart up. I did it at work. I only did GBPUSD and GBPJPY. I did them yesterday. I was actually supposed to record this video, but you can see it's already 5:34. I was to record this video way before earlier, but I went on a 12-mile run today earlier, and I crashed out. I literally fell asleep. I thought I was gonna take a nap for 1 or 2 hours, and shit ended up being longer. But back to my work. All right. So first and foremost, you want to start on the monthly GBPUSD. You can pause it and read it. So monthly has officially flipped bearish. As you can see, price failed to keep on breaking highs here at 138. No, 138. Price failed to break highs. And look. On this monthly bearish engulfing candle, we have a monthly bearish engulfing candle below the supply and demand zone, which is 134. And price is currently under it. So we hop onto the weekly. You see on the weekly we close with this strong bearish engulfing candle. Alright, so it's actually good that I waited for the market to open so we can see the close. Now what I'd be waiting for is maybe some sells below here, which I think I did mention it, or possible longs above 134, back to 138. Alright, this is what I'm looking for. I think I have respecting the demand, so now it's 500, 4 possible longs to 134, a bullish engulfing candle above 134. No, I didn't sell below 131, but definitely a price break below 131 200. Well, actually no, I did. Possible shorts continuation below 131 200, 131 200. Right below here we could get a bearish engulfing candle and a lower high. More sales definitely. And then this is kind of like a little in between range, right? We could definitely trade from range to range too. The price starts doing that. Let's hop into the daily. The daily, you can see price is obviously bearish, but we're respecting this previous area of supply and demand. You can see the area of previous strong supply, area of previous strong demand. Price tested it again. Now we're testing it as demand. So price can even push back to 134 here, and then at 134 we could possibly have an entry, the break above, and the continuation, or the retest, and the meltdown again. But for now, we definitely do have to wait. But I would like some sales below here, something like this. Right now, pretty much the same thing on the 4 hour. Actually, on the 4 hour, we're flipping bullish now that I remember. Bearish turning bullish. Why? Solely because of this H4 bullish engulfing candle and the break of structure. And this looking like a higher low. So definitely, this could possibly happen. Right? I would not sell just yet. I told you I would not sell until we're right below here. But we might get some sales below 134 as a retest. Right? On to the next. GBPJPY. You can pause it and read it. We'll get into GJ. Let me delete this real quick. Oh, he's talking about something interesting right here. Shout out Billy. He's talking about like time, how time works way different when you go into space. Time dilation, that's what it's called. Whoa. You're bending time and space. I remember hearing about the warp drive thing. I think it was theorized by Einstein, I believe. you kind of like riding space. Yup, exactly. You're riding the fabric of space-time. And science is beautiful, and space is beautiful, and there's so much knowledge to learn, right? Who knows? We haven't even gone to the moon. Supposedly we lost that technology to go to the moon. Whatever, we're getting off topic, right? Let me lower the volume again. So on the monthly for GJ, I mean, for GJ we're still bullish. Monthly bullish, weekly bullish, turning bearish. Why? Because price is still above 195, and you can see 195 is a strong area of supply, strong area of demand, which was, I mean, this was not really strong compared to this big push, but we're still have buys above. And the previous monthly before that, as you can see, we had a bearish engulfing candle. Oh no, not a bearish, bullish engulfing candle. And then we tested this area of supply, which is 199,500, and price is bouncing right back down, right? But it could either do two things. It could test 195 and continue back to the upside, kind of like a higher low, something like this, or a break below, lower high in continuation, maybe back to 180. So now let's zoom in real quick to the weekly. On the weekly we had already, no, it's still bullish turning bearish, similar thing because we're still above 195. But actually look at this. This is a bearish engulfing candle, a strong bearish engulfing candle, an engulfing bearish engulfing candle right after the test of 199,500. So this is actually an extra confirmation of 199,500. It's a strong area of supply and demand. So right, buys above, sell below, sell below, sell below, and then now we're at 195. So if we could break below 195, we would be definitely shifting bearish on the weekly. The daily, the daily have the strong bearish engulfing candle, lower high below 199,500. Then price is currently testing this previous area of demand. So here we could possibly get a retracement or a pullback, something like this, back to 199,500. Or we could either get the break below to the 4 hour. To the 4 hour we're bearish. Obviously lower highs, strong bearish engulfing candles. But right now we have to literally wait what price does here above 195. Are we gonna do the reaction and the rejection and go back up, or we're gonna break below? We definitely just have to watch it and wait. And then the next one was NZDCAD. So it was NZDCAD, which was the first one I marked up on at work yesterday. Then UJ and then USDCAD. So you can pause it and read it. That's it. NZDCAD. NZDCAD actually is gonna bring me back on that $40 challenge. I'm still at $3 on the account, which from $1 to $3. This, I literally one trade of this. I'm still gonna be popping 0-1s and only trading NZDCAD until I take the account to $10, and then I'm bringing it back, which is wild, absolutely wild. Bringing a $1 account back. On the monthly, you can see on the monthly we're bearish. We did say we were bearish. Monthly bearish, weekly bearish, daily bearish, H4. Damn, everything was bearish. You have to respect it. The monthly supply respected below 086, which is this one, I believe. Yup, 086. And then we respected this other area of supply, which is 083. You can see on the weekly, previous area of supply, nice and respected. And then we even respected some low mini supply here. And then price is now right below 081,500. Here at 081,500, we could either get a push back up, maybe to 083, or we could get a break below 081,500, maybe even below these wicks, bearish engulfing candle and lower high. If that doesn't happen, then we wait. To target, first target would be 078,500, which is actually would be looking like a good trade actually. What is that, 200 pips? And could possibly even drop further to catch this. low right here, which has not been caught at 470 pips, which is looking great. But for both positions, we do have to wait. Actually, I'm gonna leave this because both could happen. Let's hop into the daily bearish, and then the 4-hour bearish turning bullish. No, it's fully bearish. And I think it is because obviously this push was strong. Off the first test, this push was strong. The second push was strong, but it wasn't as strong as the first push. And this third push, I think we're not even gonna push halfway. And then we might start looking like a retail support. And then we run through it. But the thing is, after the run through, it could do another fake out. It could fake out sellers and continue back to the upside. And that's your normal stop out, retail stop out process. Right? But I mean, sales, I do still think the long-term sales might happen. Right? Especially if we could get a break below 081 with the strong bearish engulfing candle, something like this. If we could get a candle like this that breaks this structure right here, that breaks this, creates a lower high, confirmation below 081,500, first target becomes 078,500, we would have around literally 200 pips still, and that would be after the confirmation. So definitely we have to wait. No, we did go on the 4-hour, and then for us to buy, we would have to wait for something, break of structure here, and then some higher lows, and first target would be 083. Next markup is USDJPY, monthly bullish, turning bearish, weekly bearish, daily bearish, H4, H1 bearish. UJ, I remember UJ at the beginning of my trading career used to be one of my favorites. UJ and GU. I mean, GU is still one of my favorites, but UJ sometimes you literally might miss out on a trade and it's already 50 pips where you would have been up in profit. You missed out on the trade. And GU sometimes is less. Sometimes you could still enter the position on GU, where GJ or UJ, if you don't enter quick, that shit is gone. But if you do enter in the right position on UJ, you could definitely catch a shit ton of pips. So on the monthly, you can see price failed to break up of 160, and then we tested 140, and then once on the second test we failed to break 160 again, but this time it was a lower high, and then we tested 140 again. This time we didn't even go all the way to 160. We respect the previous area of supply on the weekly. You can see previous area of supply respected over here, and now we're looking like we're going back down. Up into the daily. To the daily, you can see daily bearish engulfing candle. We're below this area of supply, previous area of demand, and we're back below it. And then on the 4-hour, we might actually come retest this area of supply and demand zone here. Maybe a supply to continue, or if we break back above, we could probably get some small longs. First target being, actually, what do you mean small longs? That first target is 200 pips. You see, a small push like this will look small, but it's 200 pips. And this happened on the 4-hour, 4, 8. What is that? 12 hours. 200 pips in 12 hours, bro. Yes, exactly 195. 200 pips in 12 hours. Look at this. That could have been $200. That could have been $2,000. That could have been $20,000. That could have been $200,000. That could have been $2 million. That could have been $200 million. That could have been $2 billion. Right? All of that money runs in the market. This is $1 trillion market. There's somebody who made $2 million on this push right here. There's somebody who made 200 million on this push right here. There's somebody who made $200 on this push right here. I didn't make shit on this push right here. Push right here, I missed it. Right, but I mean, this was clear as water. Look, previous area of supply, broke above it. We had a bullish engulfing candle. This on the 4-hour, and then we create a higher low, and we still had not cleared these highs over here. And obviously all of these highs still here have not been cleared, so it would have still been in the target. Price came back, stopped you out, and now it's looking bearish, right? If you would have had been in this trade, these trade longs. But now we have to wait. We have to wait for price to come to this area of supply down again, and then we'll see what happens. Right now, last but not least, I believe it is USDCAD. Here we go. Monthly bearish, weekly bearish, daily bullish turning bearish, H1 bearish, H4, H1 bearish. Let's see, let's check out USDCAD. And USDCAD is another setup where it's another pair similar to GU where you could really have a small stop loss, and it's more of a safer pair to trade. So as you can see, the price failed to break over 145. That's actually really 147 to be exact. 146, 147. But it's a more psychological round number at 145. On the monthly bearish engulfing candle below 139, lower high below 139. Actually, I should have rolled. Actually, not yet. I would not call USDCAD bullish till we're above 139. I actually want to be above the previous area of supply and turn it into new demand, something like this, right? At least on the higher time frame, on the monthly, on the weekly, and on the daily. I think we should be daily bullish turning bearish, daily bearish turning bullish. Oh, but you know what? Probably was respecting this previous area. This is on the daily already. Check it out the weekly. The weekly, very similar thing. Price is willing to break below 135.100, pushing all the way to 139. At 139, like I said, we're gonna have a trade, either a break above and continue to the bullish to the upside, continue bullish to the upside, or test 139 and fail to break below it and continue and fail to break above it and continue back to the downside. First target being 135.500, and that's why I put bearish, because yesterday this is all the information we had, which was a daily bearish engulfing candle after testing previous area of supply. So it already possibly looks like it's coming back down, something like this. Oh, no, not this. Something like this. Sells to 135.500 on the 4-hour. Strong bearish engulfing candle, and actually we even have more area of supply here. You can see this area of supply, so we could even stretch it somewhere right here. So we have supply here, supply here, supply here, weak supply here, then we have demand above, right? So this right now currently be respecting as demand, kind of like a double bottom right here. So actually we might flip back to the upside, something like this, to 139, or break below this double bottom, and actually we have a nice low here to clear, which would be this low, targeting for 178 pips. Or if the buys continue, we could definitely catch 80 pips from the buys. USDCAD is probably the best one. Hop into the 1 hour. Go see on the 1 hour. What price did respect this? The thing is, this could happen right here and fake you out, right? So actually, maybe some small buys above here and continue. But then the stop loss, where's the stop loss gonna be? Oh shit, Billy Carson already finished. Shout out Marco Antonio Barrera. So definitely we could possibly get buys above this little 1 hour supply, right? Because right now it's still looking bearish. Right now it would be a fake arena to enter. Right now we'd rather just wait for these sells, right? So I believe that's it. Peace and love. Good luck to anybody trading this week. Back to work. I command you health, wealth, knowledge for you and your entire family.